Alright, welcome back to devlog number 3? Yeah, we'll go with number 3. So, what I'm getting at in this devlog is going to be the rolling functionality. I had to change a few things for it to feel right with the game. So I will give y'all a playthrough. Let me turn the volume off. So, here's the roll. And I also added in this, where it kills enemies. And also respawns after you die. Alright, so there's that. Now, how I achieved that, it took a lot. It took a lot of effort to get to the point where it was working properly. And what I mean by that is it fit the feeling of the game and the pacing of everything else. So I'll just go over the player part of things. So I started out with a tween of character movement, or my player movement. And I would basically hit the roll and it would travel between the position and then the position X plus the roll distance. And that was somewhere up here. This was the roll distance. I had it set to 30 pixels. So I was trying to tell where the character was flipped. Then I realized, oh, I'm using the animated sprite down here. I'm already flipping it. So I can just grab which direction based off of that for the roll. And then, because I moved away from the tween, it's now physics based. So I'm adding velocity to the x axis. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. I'm taking the velocity x and I'm setting it equal to 1000. And that's that for the functionality. And then the roll distance, set it to float. I also have this, which is what plays the animation. So I set it very similar to the death sequence, trying to keep the functions similar. By doing that, it makes it a little bit easier to look at and just understand. So I still have it as a roll. I think I'm going to turn it into a dash because it just fits the game a little bit better. I tried to add an attack instead of a roll, but I don't know. I don't like that idea too much. So I think I'm going to stick with the roll and just turn it into a dash. So it sets is rolling to true, which I have in my global variables that anything can access, which will come in handy with another thing I was working on with the killing of the slimes. And then it plays the animation roll, awaits the animation to finish, and then sets the roll into false. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, so this will be going, and yeah, I think that's all I'm going to be removing. All right, so now we're going to talk about the slime. So adding in the killing functionality was very difficult. If you look here, so this is entered from this area 2D. On body entered. And then this is what sets the visibility. So I didn't want to clear the item from the map and then have to reload it into the tile set or the scene. So what I did is I just set the visible to false, and then if you die, it sets it to true. And then we come here to the functionality of the killing on the slime itself. If it's rolling or if it's visible, pretty straightforward. It is going to pass, and any other situation, or sorry, is not visible, or any other situation, it'll just kill you. Alright, so I wanted to talk about a few things in doing this. So the slime itself. So I had to add this. The reason I added that is it takes a little while to set the visibility to true, especially when you're updating by every frame. So it was trying to call and change the visibility to true, I don't know, a few times every time this function ran, or every time this if statement ran as a part of the process function. So now it's only going to call it once, and once it is not visible, or once it is visible, it will never call it again until you kill it again and you're able to call it once more. So that's pretty straightforward. Excuse me, my throat's a little dry. Alright. Now, another thing, a mistake I made with this area 2D, the collision masking. It took me forever trying to figure out why it kept resetting the level with this guy, because it was doing was the collision of the tile map with the slime itself was causing the character to just reset over and over again. Another problem. And then another thing on this area 2D, for this to work, it has to be set on ready or in the process function. You cannot just set it to a variable. So I was trying to figure that out. If you're going to do get parent or a few other things, you have to use on ready. So it grabs it as it loads or something. Otherwise, it will return a null value. So I messed with that for a little while. But right now, the game plays really well. Next is going to be a timer in between rolls, so you can't just boom, 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 boom. You know, I was going to do a limited number of rolls, but I don't like that either. So we're going to do timed in between rolls, if that makes sense. You only get to do it with a cooldown. That's what it's called. I'm going to do a cooldown. All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any more questions, comments, or concerns about this, or you want to share any of the things that you've done to achieve similar functionality, please do in the comments. Or if you have a video game that you're working on that you want me to try out, please share. I'm going to leave some sort of link to where you can join the playtesting on Google Play Store. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.